So when you're packing for your cruise, you need to remember that you have to have at minimum 2 formal dresses, if not more, probably like 4 or 5, just so that you can dress for dinner each night. Nah, I'm just kidding. Interestingly enough, I have what I call a go bag for our trips. It is a bag that stays packed all the time with toiletries as well as clothing. With my ADHD, I absolutely hate packing. It stresses me out to figure out what to wear each day, much less for multiple days in a row, up to a week or so at a time. So it's easier for me just to keep that bag packed. I take it with me on each trip. So if you've watched any of my other videos, especially as we've been in port, you'll see a lot of the same outfits, and that's for a reason. It's because I do wear the same outfits. It just makes life easier for me. We're gonna start out with my first night, which is going to be our travel night. It is the night that we go down to our port, usually a day ahead, just to keep things safe so that we know that we'll be to the ship on time the next day. In that bag, it is a bag that I pack only what I need for the hotel and only what I need for embarkation day. So in this bag, and I'll run through it really quickly, I have 1 set of pajamas and my embarkation outfit, which some have asked, well, what do you wear on embarkation day? Typically shorts, a nice shirt, t-shirt, polo, whatever you'd like to wear. Just some white shorts for me and a cute little shirt with my little seahorses on it because it is a cruise. So just something like that. You can wear a basic. I've seen a host of all different kinds of things. Some people just wear a tank top. Some people wear bathing suit tops with a cover up. I mean, you name it. It's kind of like going to Walmart. You'll see it. So for me, just something kind of cruise casual is what I wear. Also in this bag, you will find my fan, as I've told you about before. I cannot sleep at all without this fan, so this goes with me into the hotel room. And my little bag of chargers. This is phone chargers, Apple Watch chargers, computer chargers, anything like that, because I do have to charge my stuff that night before we go. As well as outfits, and my husband's stuff goes in here too, but he hasn't gotten his stuff together yet. But he tends to wear the exact same thing on port day as well. It'll typically be a black fire department polo shirt, jeans, and usually his tennis shoes, and he will put that stuff in here prior to us going, because he does tend to wait a little bit to the last minute, and I wasn't going to wait to do this video until he finished. So in this bag will also go some of our toiletries, and I will, in the next part of this video, go through a little bit of the items that we bring. Not the common sense stuff. I'm not going to tell you about my soaps and my shampoos, but some of the things that you might not think about to take on a cruise. So we'll delve into that a little bit in just a moment. The other bag that goes into the hotel with me that night is my book bag, which is going to double as my port bag while we're on the trip. I try to make things as easy and as condensed as possible, because you're going to have to, 1, carry all this stuff, and 2, the room is very limited in space on board the boat. So if you can find double duty for any of your items, it just works out to be easier in the long run. And keeping it very organized is going to be key to giving you a easier, more successful, stress-free vacation. So in this port bag, I will have, of course, my personal hygiene stuff. I carry a couple different bags, and again, I'll show you what all this is in just the next portion of the video. So a couple little bags with different things in it. My big makeup kit / hygiene stuff. My husband's, I think they call it a dope bag. He keeps all his hygiene stuff in there. And I also keep some of the documents that are important to have that I don't want to pack in our suitcase, but not necessarily things that I have to keep on me at all times. For example, this cruise is going to be a Norwegian cruise. It is, of course, a little different than any others. They're all different, just slightly they vary. But when you print out your cruise documents, your boarding passes and your luggage tags, Norwegian prints out these kind of generic, I guess, information sheets, but there are some pertinent information on there for you in regards to your particular sailing. It's got some phone numbers on it, some times, addresses to the terminal, just things that I don't want to leave this at home, but I've never been asked to show this. This is just basically for your benefit. So I pack these in there. I put documents like this in an envelope. This envelope will serve as a place on board the ship for any little things that I want to bring home, any little trinket, well, not trinket, but anything that'll fit in here, our daily itinerary sheets that we get, any pieces of paper that I just want to save to hang on to for whatever reason. It goes in here and it just kind of keeps that neat and clean. when I mentioned the cruise documents that you print, I mentioned that you will get a link to print your luggage tags. This is kind of what they look like for each cruise line. It'll have the basic information about your boat, where your room is located, your room number, and the date. What I do, sometimes I've cut them out. This particular time, I've just kind of folded it along the line, and it fits inside that little clear plastic bag tag that I was showing you in a previous video. And again, in just a few minutes, I'll show you that tag more close up. So these will actually be affixed to our pieces of luggage. They're not going to go in that folder. I just had that in there for me to remember to show you. So second to that, or third of that rather, is my purse bag. This will function as my purse on the way down. This will function as my purse in the evening if I want to carry something around the boat, you know, my chapstick, my phone, you know, whatever else I want to have. I keep all those things in here. I also carry it on day of embarkation, and it will have a couple different things in here. I'm just going to be very transparent with you exactly what I take. In the front pack part, I have some lotion and some chapstick, some gum, a pen, things that I think every woman needs. I will have my sunglasses in their case, have that in there handy. And this little important piece of luggage, I guess, is my passport folder. In this folder, currently I have our 2 passports, and I have our printed off boarding pass. You'll see I have 2 sets of boarding passes because this particular trip is a back-to-back cruise. So what that means is we're gonna board the boat. We will have the first cruise. It is a 5-day cruise. We will then return back to Jacksonville on the day of debarkation. We stay on board the boat while everyone else leaves, and whoever else has done a back-to-back. We all stay on board and we wait until the new guests arrive, and then we leave with them and do a second portion of our trip. That's called a back-to-back. That second portion will also be 5 days. So one of these packets is for our first leg of the journey. The second one, of course, is for the second leg of the journey. We only need one of these on our initial embarkation day, but I just keep them both handy in there. Once we are cruise ready and I am, we've left the house, this becomes my wallet. So I will take all of my wallet items, my credit cards, my debit cards, my driver's license, any cash that I want to bring, and I put it in the appropriate spots in this. So this now becomes kind of a larger wallet that I keep with me. Definitely keep with you on embarkation day. You have to present this stuff when you get on board the boat. Do not pack this in your suitcase. This will stay in my purse bag on embarkation day, so I can have easy access to those items. After we get on board the boat and after we have our room, I don't carry that stuff around with me at all times. It will stay in the room in a safe space. There is a safe in the room that you can use if you want to. I'll be honest, we have never used the safe. We usually just kind of leave this stuff out. If it's smart, I don't know, but we've never had any trouble. Our room stewards have been wonderful. We've never had anything tampered with, moved, stolen, anything like that. Not to say it couldn't happen. Anything can happen, but we've just been lucky, blessed, whatever. So that stuff comes out. When we go to a port, I bring that big, large wallet with me, whether it be in this purse or in the pink port bag. It just depends on what kind of port it is. If it's a beach day, it's going to go in my pink book bag because that's where I put my sunscreen, my towels, and all that kind of stuff. If it is a walking around the port day that we might not be off for very long, I will just bring this little purse and it suffices just fine. If it is a port day that I know that we're going to be doing a lot of sightseeing, we possibly could purchase something, I of course would bring that larger pink bag. And I need to mention, the things that were in that pink bag during our initial hotel stay, that first night when we traveled to Florida in this case, but wherever we were sailing out of, once we get our room, all the items, all that toiletry stuff will come out of that pink book bag and it will be placed in the room in the locations that I have. And I use that blue over-the-door shoe hanger I had told you about in a previous video. And that houses a lot of these little things and keeps it all in one place, keeps the counters cleared off, and it keeps the room super organized. Just a side note, I will be doing a video on Wednesday or Thursday, of our stateroom. I will show you how I have unpacked everything, how I store everything, and how I organize the room, just to kind of help you out. Not that I'm saying that my way is the best way. It's the best way for Wendy and Brandon, and if you find any little tidbit that helps you out, then feel free to use it, because to me, organization just makes the trip a whole lot better because the rooms are small.